You know, I just got done recording a private video for my Patreon supporters. Please join tonight if you can. Very exciting to be getting out this information. I wanted to talk about, even though Bill and I may have different political understandings, and I don't think he's dumb, right? But he, he sees Trump as a person that could bring some positive change, and you all know, right, that I'm not of that persuasion. What I find interesting, this is not the first time in which someone that has a completely different view of certain things, we're not fighting and we're respecting each other. And it doesn't necessarily mean that even within looking at the rocks that we believe the same thing. It's more of an agreement that as humans that may be biologically a little different, that may have a different age group, that may have come from different states, they have slightly different ancestors and similar, and have different political belief systems, several people in the same area can be questioning some of the same things, and they could be brought together out of questioning. Now, this is not limited to looking at rocks. This includes if there was a disaster. So think about a lot of the major urban areas full of people that believe different things. Some people are atheists, some people are Gnostics, some people are New Agers, some people are religious. And a lot of people have different theologies that some other group is to blame, whether it be racial, religious, political. You're certainly seeing a lot of it today. But if there was something that brought the people together, where there was a common interest or a common threat or a common something, would those perceived differences be so overshadowing? In some cases, in some people, yes. In others, no. What makes the difference? Why in some are people to go beyond their differences and talk about maybe something that they do agree on? And I think it has to do with if on a deeper level, people are through synchronicity brought together almost at random to come to a certain level of awareness. One person may have a puzzle piece and the other person may have a puzzle piece, but individually they mean nothing and they do nothing. Or maybe something in which you put two together and then you connect it and then you click. And then all of a sudden there's a key that is available that can unlock doors that were previously sealed. So I believe that we are in a time of secrets being revealed. And the archetype of the revealer of secrets, the revealer of knowledge. And this is under attack at this time. Now, right now, I'm gravitating closer to my first reading of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. But the more I realize the fallen world status, you must understand there's very little community amongst the people that are speaking about this truth online. There's a lot of, that's my truth, I discovered that. I'm just speaking in general, in terms of a lot of different things. But the idea of discovering something that comes from the gods or God or the creator or knowledge, right? We're only really rediscovering, as they say, nothing new under the sun. And so when it comes to looking for things that may lead to clues, the real quest is an inner quest. It is here. It is not so much physically here on a rock. The quest for knowledge and the quest for truth lies in the dormant DNA. And certain things, certain truths, certain words can activate dormant DNA. And this wasn't planned for me to say this today. There are also certain times, I think, with solar activity, if there is anything mystical about cosmic rays and the solar minimum, right? It's possible. I think that we're going to see the other side of the solar minimum that has so many people's focuses, and we're going to be dealing with then the energies of the solar maximum. I've come to understand in this fallen world with all of this knowledge and information and books, there's a lot of competition for who has the ultimate truth, whether it's about the sun or whether it's about God, or whether it's about the new world order or whether it's about politics. And it's a reflection of the true state of where we are in the cosmos, despite how pretty someone's house or garden or bank balance may be. It's the division that is the sickness, not economic poverty. It's the people trying to claim that they have the ultimate truth, instead of it actually being taught to us as we're young children by our parents and society, to question things, to seek to play the flute or the drum, speaking literally and metaphorically. to be the artist, to be the person that questions, to not be afraid, to understand that ideas are not copyrighted. There is only the remembering. And I think that's ultimately what knowledge is. And there could be things that help us remember. All of a sudden we hear a word. All of a sudden we're watching a video. And someone is saying a combination of words like the archons, like Laura Eisenhower said or discussed with Alfred Weber one day in a video that I watched in 2012. And from there, almost like an inner trigger, I know this word. And I know that the stuff that I was already previously talking about with regards to the top of the pyramid of the New World Order, that there was an answer to that. And the answer wasn't just Obama, Bush, Soros, or human fronts. There's something beyond. And it's something beyond that a lot of people of this world aren't looking at while they're looking at the rotating puppets as they come and go. So I just want to note that, because as you note people fighting, you must have the ultimate epiphany. It's not really about politics. People use politics to find a way to project their anger at others if they are at a core out of balance. They can intellectually be arguing that this is about their position and other people not supporting their position and thinking like them and the other people being wrong. But it's really just maybe a way for them to have an outlet to do those things and to be acting a fool. Just like I said, those people aren't so compassionate to the minorities. In Portland, Oregon, it's more, oh, look, we have some group to blame, the right wing. Yeah, they're the cause of all the racism in America. Our streets are clean of that. Yeah, Alex Ansary had a great time when he was born into this fallen world. Yeah, that's why he's still here. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. So having had that level of exile and rejection, having gone my own way with nothing, mind you, and without financial support from those people that brought me into this world and other forms of support from others, family, but going alone and then talking about things that people call nonsense, crazy, perhaps threatening, and other things. When this information is not, right, not ending up at their doorstep. If someone seeks out this knowledge or videos like this, i.e. watches my channel, that's their choice. That's their choice. It's not, oh, no, you're going to be on the newsletter. You're going to be updated. No. The only people that are receiving this content with only a few piddly 100 views compared to others with thousands are the people that seek it out. You don't hear me dropping people's names at this time, although I've called out a lot of fake spiritualists out there in the past. I can think of a few people that were telling people it's okay to do, you know what? That you'll just evolve out of this realms if you do that. And I remember going against that and also going against Alex Jones and other popular narratives and lies that are out there. So I've covered things so people understand I'm not with them. And it's always been important for me in a field that's so easily marginalized. Yo, like conspiracy theorists. But my friend and his theories over here are totally like not conspiracy theory. So I've gone through that whole experience of being called something, but seeing the hypocrisy 2.0, 3.0, and wondering, are they aware of that level of deep-seated hypocrisy? Where some of their allies in the blogosphere are dealing with theories that are extra fringe, but very, very popular and monetizable. So I think that right now, if we want to talk about the fallen world, it's how people are treating each other. You want to talk about the alien invasion, right? It's this backstabbing nature of man today. I'd say hopefully the women get it and understand that I've criticized a lot of the behavior from today's male. Not out of some sense of, I hate the men of this world and the women are superior. More or less, both of the genders have this collective sense of dysfunction, and it goes beyond what people call, quote unquote, the white race, as some people try to divide themselves from the more colored world needlessly and pointlessly because everyone has value. So I've seen the closed-minded nature from most of the ethnic groups. To cover this again for those people that are still new in this audience. This includes people from overseas, okay? So it's important that people understand when they hear also criticism of mass think, the idea is to help people evolve to something higher and not get trapped by COINTELPRO, not get trapped by groupthink. If you hear my testimonial about how I got started in late 90s, started researching certain things, started a show in 2005, but I thought a lot of the InfoWars material was right on, but saw his demons. But then I saw it got progressively worse. And I think that it's healthy for people to hear that there is such a thing as an alternative media where people are not pitching just for the alt-right. And if you read publications about YouTubers right now in the news, it is so bad. It's an embarrassment to be a part of a website at times that is so smeared as being just the alt-right when it's not that. But me, because I'm not Democrat, Republican, I'll be called crazy by both by dealing with theories that deal with, are we alone in the universe? And it'll just be like a sea of people that feel that it's their role to say, it's crazy, it's not a value. Or if you don't think this way in this political ideology or religion, you belong over here. Yet they'll call themselves conscious and community organizers. There's more to community and opening up the heart. There's more to life than where people have taken it. So the reason I bring this up as I get ready to close is there are other examples in which I've engaged with quote unquote people on the right and it was totally polite. And Christians. There are people in this world that have beefs with other personalities, but they'll use their religion, their politics to have a beef with that other person's energy or thoughts. They're using those things as fronts. I've clearly now seen it demonstrated where Democrats, Republicans, independents and Republicans, independents and some Democrats can get along, but most people are going to be violent in their thinking and their speech towards you either think or get behind us and our group in the way we're doing it, or we're going to marginalize you as crazy for being independent and going your own way and just simply doing your own thing, dude. Just simply doing your own thing, dude, in your own space, in your own arena. And see, I think that we don't have enough independent thinkers in this world. I don't think that we've had enough people go their own way and YouTube from off the grid and talk about going independent and surviving isolation. I think that I'm one of the few. You don't see a significant other here. You don't see large acreages here where there's a certain amount of space. I'm also boxed in by a busy road. I'll go outside, smell the diesel. You don't hear me complain about that every day because every day I wake up and I'm damn grateful to the supreme being, creator, by whatever name it's known, for what I have. But as a result of being more vocal about perceiving things spiritually, oh yeah, it seems the attacks go up a notch. And there'll be a day where 3 things happen in a single day. I'll give none of them airtime. But 3 things will happen in a day that are caustic from 3 individuals, and then it'll be quiet for weeks. Those are spiritual attacks, ladies and gentlemen. Those are spiritual attacks when it's the same day and they're not coordinating together, but they're feeling activated and it's time to go on a offensive, and then it'll be quiet for weeks. And then if you're in my shoes, you might notice proximity to full moons, new moons, solar flares, but also what were the topics that caused the flare up? And sometimes it's felt telepathically. I'm not even online. I'm literally outside and it's like someone's angry, and that's almost too close for company when you deal with this level of transhumanism of the brain-machine interface, the social media interface, and how YouTube is another version of Facebook. So what I am doing, ladies and gentlemen, is bringing this to your attention that people can overcome their specific political ideologies, let alone people of different ethnicities coming together and breaking bread and not, getting into a fist fight about, who somebody voted for or if they believe the things that are on the news. Think about what they've done now. They've created a situation where they're literally that people will fight over whether they agree with the war, whether they believe in an event, whether they believe in something that's projected through a TV. We are in an advanced, almost AI simulation of social control. And I believe that I was born with a combination of DNA to perceive how they are playing your people and the people of the world. And I think that my perspective is a unique perspective that isn't being shared by others. And I think that I need to continue doing what I'm doing here. What do you think? I think that I should keep speaking. And I think this is not about how you're receiving me in the comment section at the moment today. This is about how people are going to see this in 5 years. And the video that I'll be producing tomorrow, that's done with the intent of reaching people across a period of time. It isn't about the live stream. I'm not having a beer with this. This isn't a big, and we can go there and have the dopamine rush and we can pull out the Starburst candy. But sometimes you have to get some nourishing food. And sometimes this internet thing and the live stream and the chat, all this is just a bunch of dopamine and rush and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm here in Las Vegas, bing, 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 jackpot sound effects. And it's like, it's not about that level of the ego or the immediate pleasure fulfillment, because some people literally get high off of watching YouTube. Let's get real. It's called binge watching. And the idea is, hopefully that rush you're getting, though, is a spiritual inspiration to change something about your life. One change in a belief system, one new understanding could change your world in a big, big way. With that, I'm going to close. I'm going to upload a private video to Patreon. I will be uploading yet another video in coming days on a meditation technique at outsidethebox.vhx.tv. Please sign up for $5.95 per month. I want to thank Patrick. And is it Eric, the gentleman that joined right before him? I want to thank you as well, sir, for joining. Feel free, if you guys would like to join and post in the forum something mostly relating to psychic self-defense, advanced techniques. I like to have special niche techniques in certain areas, and there actually is, by the way, a real rational reason why people involved in more advanced studies do things on less public forums, because of the sensitivity of the topic itself. I want to thank you for watching. Check out the links down below. I'm Alex Ansary signing off.